Cú Chulainn is celebrated as one of the most legendary figures in Celtic mythology, a symbol of heroism and strength whose tales have endured for centuries. Known as the Hound of Culann, his name is synonymous with courage, loyalty, and extraordinary skill in battle. He stands out as the ultimate warrior of the Ulster cycle, a collection of ancient Irish myths, and is often compared to great heroes of other cultures. What makes Cú Chulainn unique is not only his physical prowess but also his unwavering determination and his willingness to face overwhelming odds. His heroics are marked by incredible feats of strength, bravery, and sacrifice, making him a central figure in some of the most dramatic tales of Celtic lore. Cú Chulainn's story transcends the battlefield, embodying themes of honor, destiny, and resilience. To this day, he remains a cultural icon in Ireland, representing the timeless spirit of a hero who stands firm against all challenges. Cú Chulainn was born with a destiny shaped by both mortal and divine influences. Originally named Setanta, his birth story is filled with mystery, prophecy, and hints of supernatural heritage. His mother, Deichtin, was a noblewoman of the Ulster royal family, while his father is often believed to be Luff, the god of light, arts, and skill in Irish mythology. This divine connection imbued Setanta with extraordinary abilities that marked him from an early age as someone destined for greatness. The circumstances of his birth are steeped in legend. It is said that Deichtin accompanied the warriors of Ulster on a journey when they were caught in a storm and sought refuge in a mysterious house. There, she dreamed of Luff appearing to her, announcing that she would bear a child of exceptional power. From his youth, Setanta displayed remarkable strength, agility, and courage, even outshining older warriors. One of the defining stories of Cú Chulainn's early life tells how he earned his legendary name. One day, he was invited to a feast hosted by Culann, a wealthy smith. However, Setanta, delayed by a game of hurling, arrived late to the gathering. Unaware of Setanta's late arrival, Culann released his massive guard dog to protect the property. When Setanta approached, the ferocious hound attacked him. Despite being just a boy, Setanta fought with remarkable bravery and quick thinking. Using his hurley stick and ball, he struck the dog with precision, killing it instantly. The guests, horrified by the loss of the prized guardian, turned to Setanta, who calmly took responsibility. He offered to replace the dog, guarding Culann's property until a new hound could be raised. Impressed by his honor and courage, Culann accepted the offer and bestowed the name Cú Chulainn, meaning the Hound of Culann. One of the most significant chapters in Cú Chulainn's journey to greatness was his legendary trip to Alba to train with Scáthach, the renowned warrior and master of combat. Determined to become the greatest hero of his time, Cú Chulainn sought out Scáthach, who was famed across the lands for her unmatched skills. The journey to her fortress, Scáthach, the Fortress of Shadows, was perilous, filled with dangerous terrain and challenges that tested his determination and courage. Upon reaching her, Scáthach recognized his potential and accepted him as her student. Under her guidance, Cú Chulainn mastered advanced combat techniques and strategies, including the use of the infamous Gáe Bulg, a barbed spear said to be unstoppable in battle. His time with Scáthach not only honed his skills but also shaped him into a formidable warrior. This training would later define his success on the battlefield and cement his place as one of the greatest heroes in Celtic mythology. Cú Chulainn's Ríastrad, often referred to as the warp-spasm or distortion of combat, is one of the most remarkable and fearsome elements of his legend. This supernatural transformation occurred in moments of extreme battle frenzy, allowing him to surpass the limits of human strength and become an unstoppable force. When triggered, the Ríastrad caused his body to contort and mutate in terrifying ways, striking fear into the hearts of his enemies. Descriptions of the Ríastrad are both vivid and otherworldly. His muscles would swell to enormous proportions, and his body would twist so violently that it seemed almost unrecognizable. One eye would bulge out of its socket while the other receded into his skull, and his hair would stand on end, glowing like flames. This transformation gave Cú Chulainn unparalleled strength, speed, and endurance. In this state, he could fight entire armies single-handedly, often leaving devastation in his wake. Cú Chulainn plays a central role in the Táin Bó Cúailnge, the cattle raid of Culann, one of the most famous and dramatic tales in Celtic mythology. The epic centers on Queen Meb of Connacht's quest to steal the prized brown bull of Culann from the Kingdom of Ulster, igniting a massive conflict between the provinces. With the warriors of Ulster incapacitated by a magical curse, the kingdom's defense fell to the young Cú Chulainn, who stood alone against Meb's invading army. Using his unmatched combat skills and strategic brilliance, Cú Chulainn delayed the enemy's advance through a series of single combat duels. Bound by tradition, Meb's warriors were forced to fight him one by one, giving Ulster precious time to recover. Among his greatest challenges was his duel with Ferdiad, his closest friend and foster brother, which ended tragically with Cú Chulainn's victory. Despite overwhelming odds, Cú Chulainn's heroism and sheer determination protected Ulster. The love story of Cú Chulainn and Emer is one of the most poignant and complex aspects of his legend. Emer, the daughter of Fergal monarch, was known for her intelligence, beauty, and strength of character. Cú Chulainn fell deeply in love with her, but their union was not without challenges. Fergal, disapproving of their match, sought to separate them, setting seemingly impossible tasks for Cú Chulainn to prove his worth. Undeterred, Cú Chulainn completed these challenges, including his legendary training with Scáthach, and ultimately claimed Emer as his wife. Despite their love, their life together was far from simple. Cú Chulainn's heroic status often kept him away, drawn into battles and quests that left Emer behind. Additionally, his life was marked by prophecies and tragedies that cast a shadow over their relationship. His beauty and fame also attracted the attention of other women, adding further complexity to their marriage. Cú Chulainn's final moments are a powerful testament to his indomitable spirit and warrior's resolve. As foretold, his fate came to pass during a battle where he was overwhelmed by his enemies, the armies of Connacht, who used deceit in sheer numbers to bring him down. Despite being gravely wounded, Cú Chulainn refused to yield, determined to face his death standing tall, just as any warrior would. In his final act of defiance, Cú Chulainn tied himself to a standing stone with his own belt, ensuring that he would die on his feet. Even though his body was battered and broken, his spirit remained unbroken. His spear, the Gáe Bulg, was still gripped tightly in his hand. His enemies, too terrified to approach him, waited for a sign that he was truly dead. That sign came when a raven landed on his shoulder, a clear omen of his passing. Cú Chulainn's death, standing firm and unyielding, immortalized him as a symbol of unmatched bravery. Cú Chulainn has long been a symbol of resistance and national pride in Ireland, embodying the strength, courage, and resilience that characterize the Irish spirit. His legendary deeds, especially during the Táin Bó Cúailnge and his final stand at the stone, have made him a timeless figure of defiance against overwhelming odds. As a hero who faced adversity without flinching, Cú Chulainn became a representation of Ireland's struggle for independence and its fight against foreign domination. Throughout history, Cú Chulainn's story has inspired countless generations of Irish people. His unyielding determination to fight for his homeland, even at the cost of his own life, resonates with those who have sought to protect Ireland's sovereignty. His image as a warrior who stood tall in the face of death continues to serve as a powerful metaphor for the nation's resilience. Today, Cú Chulainn remains a national hero, a figure who represents the Irish values of honor, bravery, and pride. Cú Chulainn remains one of the most celebrated heroes due to his extraordinary feats and unyielding spirit. From his youth, he displayed unmatched strength, courage, and determination. One of his earliest and most famous deeds was slaying the ferocious guard dog of Culann and offering to take its place, earning him the name Cú Chulainn, meaning the Hound of Culann. His heroism reached its peak during the Táin Bó Cúailnge, the cattle raid of Culann, where he single-handedly defended Ulster against Queen Meb's invading forces. Through a series of grueling single combats, including the tragic duel with his foster brother Ferdiad, Cú Chulainn displayed unmatched skill and unwavering loyalty to his homeland. His mastery of the Gáe Bulg and his fearsome Ríastrad solidified his reputation as an invincible warrior. Even in his death, Cú Chulainn's defiance stood out. He tied himself to a standing stone to face his enemies upright, dying as he lived proud and unyielding.